Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to the woods. This is Krik with Black Owl Outdoors. And today we're just going to take a look at this pack which is in front of me. And it is the Condor Outdoor Solveig Assault Pack, which was sent to us by Condor Outdoor. First of all, I'm just going to give some specs, numbers real quick about the pack. This is the OD colorway. It's right around a 20-liter pack, perfect size day pack. Price, you can find this right around $80 on multiple websites. So in my opinion, this is a pretty good buy for someone looking for a nice pack that's not ridiculously expensive. Let's jump right into it right now, and I want to hit a list of the highlights and the things I really like about the design of this pack. As I mentioned before, it's right around 20 liters in volume, and I think it's just a really great size in general, 20 liters for a day pack. And as I spin this pack around, you can see sort of sleek design. It's not bulky in any direction. There's no large pockets coming out in any direction. It's just a really slim and sleek design when it's on your back as well. And that's just really the first thing I like about this pack. Next on the list of things I like are these outside side pockets. And there's one on each side. And this one I just have a silky saw resting in one of these slip pockets. Wooden spoon of mine. Take a look at the other one. And this is a 27-ounce clean canteen, which fits in here pretty snug, but it does fit. Really not going to be any room for anything else if you do carry a small water bottle in this pocket. But the reasons why I like this pocket, one of the reasons, is that I can at least fit a smaller water bottle on the outside of my pack. That's a huge plus for me. Another thing I really like about this pack is the fact that there's a beaver tail on the front of the bag, which is a separate piece of material which is hiding all this molly, which I like because I'm not a huge fan of molly for the simple fact I don't like attaching a lot of things to my pack. But this beaver tail is really handy. You can put layers under here that you don't want on the inside of the pack. If you have a wet layer, just anything you want to keep on the outside. It's just a nice feature for utility wise, be able to strap things underneath it, carry tripods, anything like that. Taking a look at the back of the pack, one of the features I want to highlight are these back mesh panels. And it almost feels like underneath this mesh, the foam that's under here, it's almost ridged, or valleys and peaks if you will. And I've had other packs that have this sort of style of foam on the back panels, and it's really comfortable to wear, especially if you don't have thick winter layers on and this is touching, say, just under, you know, a thin t-shirt or a synthetic. It's just a really nice comfort back panel on this, you know, mainly tactical design bag. So in a lot of tactical bags, there is so much organization, it's almost kind of ridiculous for my purposes, but having nice little pockets throughout the pack is definitely a bonus. And this pack has really well placed pockets. You can see on the front right here above this Velcro or hook and loop field, the zipper moving right there. I have my compass in a little felt case I made, you know, ferro rod. And that pocket goes the whole way up to this next covered zipper track, which is a pocket that goes behind the one we just looked at. And there I have just a sunglass case, a hard sunglass case, my headlamp, a carving knife. So just from all those items in there, it's still not completely full. And I never try to fill anything completely full for weight purposes, but it's definitely a nice sized pocket on the front that you have quick access without getting into the interior of the pack, because on the inside of the pack, you do have some more pockets, some more organizational capabilities. And the problem with a lot of pockets, a lot of slip pockets, things to put places, is that it's really easy to overload your bag. You know, if there's a hole, you'll fill it type of thing. So I try to be real cognizant. Just because there's a space for something doesn't necessarily mean I'll put something in that space. And one of the last features I want to highlight is the main zipper compartment, or the main zipper on this pack. So I open this up. It's pretty much a full clamshell. which in the woods, it's not something I particularly use. But on packs like this, it's definitely can be used as an overnighter or for a traveling pack if you want to put some change of clothes in here. Sometimes it's just nice on a pack that has this instead of like a 3/4 zip or even a half zip, that you can open it up the whole way and look inside and get into your stuff without using it as a top load sort of and messing up your pack job. So it's a nice little feature that the zipper basically unzippers the whole length of the pack. Everything I just went over were pretty much the highlights and the things I felt were most important to me using this pack or use this pack. Now I want to go over just a couple things that I don't like or maybe would change. And first is this beaver tail design. And let me bring it up a little closer. You saw we have these buckles attaching the beaver tail that's on the front of the pack coming from the side. And this pack isn't completely full, but you can see there's still slack in this, right? And ideally, I don't want these clips in there, or figure out a smaller buckle or some way that I can pull this beaver tail tighter to the front of the pack, especially when it's not full. And it's sort of nitpicky, but I did have an instance where I wanted to cinch this down tighter, and even as it's floating now, it's still a little loose for my liking. So really my only complaint with the beaver tail is I wish I could get it tighter to the pack. Now understanding this is probably designed maybe to carry helmets or rifles or something along that lines, that's going to take up volume right away. But for thinner items like my seat pad or like I said, that tripod I tried carrying, I wish I could have just cinched it down tighter and closer to the pack. Last thing I want to comment on is just the overall look and aesthetics of this pack, and its function kind of directly affects its aesthetic because it's a tactical assault pack, right? So there's MOLLE on here, which is a really common feature to see on military bags these days. It has been for a while. But I really don't like MOLLE because I don't like using it, as I mentioned earlier, because I just don't like a lot of bulky stuff on the outside of my pack. So this kind of saving grace with this pack for me is this beaver tail, because it covers up the front of the pack, which is all this MOLLE. And to me, it just looks so much more tactical having all this MOLLE exposed. And you can take this beaver tail off if you don't want it. If you like the fact that all the MOLLE is on there and you want to use it, you know, it's personal preference. But for me, I like tactical bags because they're really well built with, you know, durable material. They're meant for hard use, and that's why I gravitate towards them. But all the MOLLE on there, that's something I could definitely do without and never miss on these bags. If you're interested in buying this pack, there actually is a discount code in the description below, so go down and look at that and follow that if you want to buy this pack. That's really all I have to say about this pack. It served me really well. I like it for everything I mentioned, but I'm curious to know your thoughts on the whole tactical bag market and being used by people who aren't in tactical settings, not by LEO, military, anything like that. I've mentioned why I like these packs, but I'm curious to hear your thoughts. If you agree with me, if you differ, let me know. As always, thank you for your continued support on our social media platforms, on YouTube, obviously, because you're watching this. I really hope everyone is enjoying the holidays, enjoying this time of the year to slow down. There's a lot of changes happening. Until the next video, I'll see you on the next video, but I hope you're able to get some time out in the woods and enjoy yourself, get some quiet, clean, fresh air. This is Krik with Black Owl and Stony behind the camera. Peace out, turtles.